Easy now, and welcome to the Wheelieman YouTube channel. My name's John, and today I'm going to be mostly talking about this plan that I've got. It's not a sensible plan. My doctors said that it's just not possible, but I'm an idiot, and you can't tell idiots that something's not possible. Think of Roadrunner. And Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote didn't know about gravity because he was too stupid. I think I was going somewhere with that, but anyway. A while ago, in March, I had stem cell therapy treatment, beg your pardon, and to try and stop the progression of my multiple sclerosis. Basically, it kills off your immune system. My immune system has always been really good. I've never even particularly had a cold, yay. But my immune system decided to take it upon itself to eat parts of my brain and my spine stuff, you know, things you need to move around, walk around. My immune system decided, yeah, you don't need that anymore. Anyway, so had this treatment. So hopefully, in theory, I'm about 6-9 months post now. Hopefully the treatment's worked and it's all sort of gone away, and yeah, hopefully it'll stay away. But anyway, back in the beginning, so back in, I don't know, June last year, speaking to neurologists and getting referred, and I had what's it called? A second opinion. I thought those were only in the movies, but I had a second opinion. It worked, because initially, well, wasn't going to be up for it. You know, my scans didn't show the right things. But then a guy called Dr. Malik had a second look and discovered that yes, the scans showed the thing that was needed. Showing that the MS was still progressing, and then yeah, and off I went down this pathway of getting doing the stem cell treatment stuff, and at the time my neurologist said, you can do the treatment, you're quite far. I've had MS for about 2011, 8 years or so, ish. I think longer. I have a feeling that it was a few years before that, but by the by, what on earth does that phrase mean? I'm just going to go with, anyway. The doctor said, yeah, do the treatment, but it's going to have an impact on you. Not sure how well you're going to recover from it, and it won't make any difference as far as your mobility and all that kind of stuff goes. Okay, but it hopefully will stop what's going on, so maybe I won't get any worse. Cross fingers. See, look. Does crossing both fingers cancel it out? No, I don't know. Anyway, had the treatment. No, back up. In November, I came off the drug that was supposedly helping keep my MS at bay. Came off at about November, and then there was a delay of about 6 weeks added on to the 3 months or whatever it was that I had to come off this drug for. By the time I got to do the stem cell therapy, I was a mess. I was weak and incapable of doing many things. So did the therapy. Basically spent 3 weeks on my back because the special chemical called ADT and the chemotherapy kind of hit me a bit hard. I was on loads of steroids, but even still, just hit me really hard. So recovering from that, I think I was probably still a bit loaded on steroids for a couple of weeks afterwards, which is why got out of hospital, seemed to make progress for a bit, and then went downhill, really downhill. Became weak, couldn't do stuff. And then the summer hit, and the heat really badly affects me. So in bed even longer, trying not to be in bed, but just couldn't get up and get to another room. So pretty much stayed in bed for March, April, May, June, July, August. Whoa, 6 months. 6 months of doing sort of physio, but in bed. So not the best kind of physio. September comes round, went back to work. Have to currently use a stroller. So there you go. There it is in all of its might, in a very pretty blue colour. The stroller has enabled me to do some walking. Unfortunately, it's not as good as just 2 walking sticks. My God, it's a pain in the arse to get out of the car and stuff. But yeah, I've been having a little practice at doing the old walking thing. And since the beginning of September, every day I've been in work, which is actually most days, I've done 100 metres. I've walked 100 metres. For the first few goes, there was lots of stopping and starting and sitting down and resting and blah, blah, blah. But fairly quickly, I could do the 100 metres in one go, which sounds great, but actually it's still using a walker, and could only really do it about once a day, and it would kind of ruin the rest of the day. But the 100 metres sort of started about 7 minutes, or bearing in mind that the average person takes 30 seconds to walk 100 metres. It took me 7 minutes-ish, and then within a few goes, 5-10 goes, managed a personal best, a real record of 4 minutes 15 seconds, and I was like, yes. Then I saw a specialist in spasticity. I knew there was nothing she could do to help, but it was worth having a bit of a chat with her. And she said, you're on all these drugs to help with the spasticity, and actually you need some spasticity to help you move around, something for your muscles to push against. So I suggest you come off them if you can. So I was on a couple of drugs for it, and I still am-ish. One of the drugs I reduced by 3/4, so 4 pills a day down to just 1 a day now. I do feel quite a lot of pain and stiffness, but I think it's helping me. And as a consequence, my best time, 4 minutes 15, really slowed down. Where I was a bit stiff, couldn't move as quickly. Went to 5-6 minutes, something like that, and I was like, but I kept going at it, and then today I had a good day. Actually, I've had a good couple of days. Had a good day and turned in 4 minutes 15 again. Yes, so we're back on with that one. But I've been filming them. I filmed the first one in September, the first one in October and November. So I've got 3 films. I was going to put them together as some sort of sequence and try and work out if there was any difference between the first time I did it and later. So I'll review those and maybe put some footage together of that. But yeah, so my ridiculous plan of being able to walk again, maybe just with 1 stick would do. At the moment it's looking rather tricky. He said, looking at his stroller, if I could get round to picking my feet up a bit more efficiently, I reckon I'll be back on 2 sticks. And if I can get to 1 stick, I can reduce my EDSS level from 6.5 out of 10 just down to 6. And that would be useful. That's sort of a target. It's a ridiculous target. The doctors have all said you can't do this, and sadly they're probably right. But you know, in the movies when everyone says, they can't do it. No, they can, definitely can do it. And then they do it. Hooray! And everyone lives happily ever after. That's a possibility. Costume change. The actual plan that I've come up with is I'm going to continue walking the 100 metres every day, monitor my fluid and food intake, see if there's any rhyme or reason there. I'm going to have a look at the videos and see if, see if I can improve the way I'm walking. So for example, to see whether I'm leaning to one side. My right side is much stronger than my left, and I'm wondering whether that's affecting me. See whether my legs are together. I know they are, but try and start to separate those out. And see what my ankles are doing, because my feet sort of, I don't know, they turn. Don't know, it's hard to explain. He said, looking at his hands. Continue my exercises from the physio. I seem to be slacking off on those a little bit, but try and keep those ones going, and hopefully slowly get back to using 2 sticks, and then maybe 1 stick, something like that. Of course, being a tech guy and an IT teacher, I love my spreadsheets. So I've been tracking everything on spreadsheets. For example, have a look at this for a sec. That's my exercise spreadsheet. And have a look at this. Look at the time just here. 3 minutes 15. Ye gads, that's today's thing. When I was doing it, I genuinely actually thought you're doing really well here. I was doing sort of fluid steps and one after the other instead of 1 pause, 2 pause, 3 pause. Seemed to be just doing them all in one go. And yes, 3 minutes 15, just knocking the time out. Not quite sure where I'm going to peak. I reckon 3 minutes might be the barrier. And then that's me monitoring my food and drink. Yeah, that's what I eat. Mostly vegetables, although we did treat ourselves to a dirty Domino's pizza the other night. Good grief. You can see my breakfast intake is not entirely exciting, but I like it. And it fills me up. That's the main thing. It keeps going for ages and ages. Yeah, anyway, so that's the plan. I will put a video together showing my walking. Yeah, just strap it together and see if I can do something purposeful with it. But yeah, that's all for now, folks. If you want to kind of keep up with what I'm doing, make sure you like and subscribe. What else? Maybe comment. Send me a message. I'd love to. I've not had any non-fake comments yet. And I'd love to interact with people on YouTube. I think that would be quite good fun. Anyway, until next time, I bid you adieu.